We can start now.
Hey guys, welcome to Jack 2015, and Insignia is a bitch and Curbs can go burn in hell. Let's get started.
I'm like Jack Fox with the snap.
Hey guys, this is Jack 2015, and wait, hold on, my audio is really out of place here. Testing, that's a bit too much. Testing. Ah, that's much better.
If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
we're gonna do it so hard they're gonna regret it.
That slightly resemble things. If you find a single microphone in our store that doesn't slightly resemble a thing, you're lying to yourself. Look harder, damn it.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Okay, let's make a rule that anyone that sings the segues gets
I made a
muted for the
utility
rest of
mod
the
for
game.
You Don't Know Jack 2015, and you should totally download it. Just so we're clear,
this is the part where he puts a card in the video that says like, "Download my mod."
Friendly. Correct? Well, which of these changes wouldn't make this mod more stream friendly? Adding support for cataract bodies of water, adding support for ephemeral bodies of water, adding support for surface bodies of water, or adding support for perennial bodies of water.
I just chose randomly. I'm stupid.
You can't kick yourself.
No way.
Ephemeral, intermittent, and perennial are all terms that refer to types of rivers and streams. However, the term for cataract refers to a type of waterfall, making support for cataract bodies of water not more stream-friendly, but rather more waterfall-friendly. And my favorite type of body of water? Urethral. I am currently unable to combat the force of temptation. So this old studio I'm in is completely abandoned, and Cookie's stash of fortune cookies is completely unguarded, minus this weird purple goop all over it. I probably shouldn't, but...
Fucking cookies,
no way.
Whatever that
my
shit
voice
is.
feels so much better.
It's been a long
Still
time.
doesn't distract from the fact that this was like a 4 out of 10 cookie.
Never even heard of
Anyway, fortune time. A curse has been placed upon all consumers of this fortune cookie. Recipients of the curse will gradually lose their voice to distortion and a rapid decrease in kilohertz.
Let's eat it more.
That's a lot to take in. What does that mean exactly? My voice is gonna have no bit depth by the end of this. My EQ is gonna get all out of whack. I'm gonna lose more and more of my sample rate, or my decibels are going to plummet.
Hey Nile, you should pick
Player 2.
I can't.
Oh, bad.
Players 1 and 4.
The total number of kilohertz per second refers to its more general term, the sample rate, which allegedly I'm slowly going to lose.
Yay!
Whatever. It probably doesn't mean anything. I'm not
That's the
actually
great
cursed,
thing.
right?
Oh,
Let's just
Nile
do the
died.
already.
Bro, who the fuck let a recorder in this voice chat?
This one's known as...
I wonder how science is going at the Bleacher Nebula. And it's time to fling into a dis or dat.
Oh wait, it's gonna pick someone at random.
Player 1.
Oh no!
Don't say I never gave you anything.
Oh,
Play
no,
this or that and try to improve your score.
I'm going to read off 7
Yeah, I'm gonna
phrases, and you tell me if it's
Woohoo!
a made-up word or phrase uttered by Zippeldome host Glagan Otto, or the scientific name of an animal. If it's Zippeldome,
Press the X button.
if it's a scientific name,
Press the B button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention. Try to pick an answer before Player 1. If Player 1 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone else who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes.
Capoda, Boyga, Chuchon, Esox, Argon, Jabo, Penis.
Damn it!
Yeah, you wouldn't last a second in the Zippeldome.
The
If you
only
had to
steal.
choose between learning all the
Imagine
scientific
getting-
names and being a QA
imagine
tester for
getting
Zippeldome, the
No,
obvious choice
someone
is testing out the
Imagine-
cook box.
Imagine not having
Did you guys
Steel's
hear
text
that?
over your name.
I don't like this anymore. Grieve like an Egyptian. I still don't know what to do
Yo,
about
is
this
that a
curse.
reference to
This can't be
7
happening,
Wonders
this
of the
can't be
Ancient World on
happening.
PlayStation 2?
I
If
cannot
I was
believe it.
actually
Wow.
in denial about the curse that's been placed upon me,
Nile!
what would you
Oh my God,
absolutely
this is
not
the
see me doing?
denial.
Refusing to believe the
Fucking
nature
wow.
of my curse in Sudan, waking up in a cold sweat in Zambia, hyperventilating uncontrollably in Ethiopia, or crying in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Oh wait, what was the
Player
question?
1. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Players 2 and 3.
Zambia is the only country listed here that the Nile River doesn't run through, so you'll never see me in denial, in the Nile, and in Zambia at the same time. You know what? The Egyptians probably placed that curse on me. They probably summoned aliens or something with their
Instant, yeah, when they get
hieroglyphics
literally
and
any question right.
I can't take this.
Guys, it's the winner of
Try
top
this
10
on
numbers
for
from
size.
1 through 10
I
and top
can't take
20
this
numbers from 1
anymore.
through 20.
I hate everyone. I hate everything. I just want to kill everyone in a 5-kilometer radius. Speaking of which, if I hypothetically wanted to kill everyone in a 5-kilometer radius, how many square kilometers would I have to cover to achieve that goal? 2 pi r squared kilometers?
Okay,
Player
City, you
3,
don't
who
fuck.
gets
You
you
need to
screwed?
know. You need to
Player 2, you're screwed. You got
Oh,
5
yes.
seconds to pick an answer.
You need to
The area of a circle can be calculated by multiplying the radius to the second power and multiplying that by pi. I can't take this anymore! Why me? Why me?
Ask now for whom the screw tolls, player 3.
Get fucked, Dinky!
Bloody hell, I need to take action. I can't take this nonsense
Welcome to
anymore.
McDonald's, can I take your order?
I have to take action. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna...
Yo, it's quick
Another
sword!
bonus 1000 will be coming your way if you seem to be on board. Anyway, put these Revenge of films in order of first released to last released. The Nerds, The Pink Panther, The Sith. The Nerds, Pink...
Alright, player 2, let me know who's getting screwed. Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds. Hate to disappoint you, but... Wait, no I don't. Player 2, way to screw, baby. Why not pick up a few more bucks?
Forget the music.
Yeah, that's one of the funny bugs of this game.
Player 2,
Revenge of the Pink Panther released in 1978, Revenge of the Nerds released in 1984, and Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith released much later in 2005.
Alright, you know what? Maybe we
that
can
just earned you an
skip
extra
this
$1,000
episode,
bucks.
And my revenge film will be released in early 2023.
No, maybe we can stop this recording at all.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
maybe we
commit a
can
felony.
leave.
Next.
Shut.
I will do anything to get my voice back. Okay, I'm done with this. A fortune cookie brought me into this mess, so I'm gonna burn every other fortune cookie in this studio. I can't live with these demonic
check your
edibles
DMs
ruining
right
my
now.
life.
Oh no.
This heroic act better not make the mascot of Cookie Time mad.
Okay.
I don't want to have to deal with that, the red monster, yellow bear, green goblin, or blue yeti. Die, you fortune cookies!
Player 2,
Wrong answer.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
player 3,
The Cookie Time Company, based in New Zealand, has a red monster for a mascot. One that, mind you, should have zero concerns for what I'm doing right now.
Fuck you, Sam.
So I, may have gone overboard with the flamethrower. Oh no, the building's
No,
coming down, the
shut
building's
up,
coming
you
down!
got it wrong.
Oh, what have I done?
Fuck you, Dad.
Wow, it really must have taken some courage to speak up about this terrible answer. But now you can speak up with the utmost flair using a microphone that's slightly... Hey, that's not fair! Give that to me! I don't care if that microphone slightly resembles a penis. That's all I have. Please, I'll give you anything. No, no, no!
Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an
Nice.
extra $8,000. Surprise.
Gaming!
Gaming.
My.
You
Yeah, I can just leave this game
monsters.
right now.
You monsters. That microphone was all I had, and you snatched it away from me like stealing candy from a baby. I want to kill every single one of you. You're despicable. Since you all clearly enjoy being despicable human beings, you should be able to tell me without hesitation everything about the 9th film released by Illumination Studios, the 8th film released by
Player 4, where are you putting that that screw. Believe it, player 3, you're screwed.
Why are you
got
screwing
5
Inky?
seconds
They've
to
got the
answer.
least amount of money.
Got it. No, you didn't.
Too bad.
Player 4, that was a very nice screw job.
Not exactly the metric I was looking for.
Player 2.
Hard.
The 8th film released by Illumination Studios is the only one listed here that is part of the Despicable Me franchise.
Oh,
What have you done to me? I don't understand.
Yes!
No, I did this. I deserve everything
Alright,
I'm
I
going
still have
through.
my screw, guys. Don't
I
worry.
am nothing.
Okay, thank goodness.
I'm gonna throw
Yes,
myself in the rubbish now. A garbage tune.
All the specialty
Hey,
questions
it's me,
speedrun any
the
percent.
trash. I thought it was all over when I came here, but from a stroke of luck, I found a record I can listen to. And a record player. That's oddly convenient. Oh, come on, this is distorted too. Okay, let's test your music knowledge while we're here. What was that beautiful track I found in the trash that I was just playing before?
Player 1, who's gonna get it? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
thank God.
Get this all first.
Way to screw,
Get
player
fucked.
1. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it?
Oh, dang it. I had really funny audio for this question choice. I'm kind of sad it doesn't appear.
I
Wait,
think
can
you
you
know it's
really
coming.
show
So apparently this track is actually called
Wait,
E4
hold on.
Labet's All Joyful
Earth can take away
Camaraderie,
the
which is
fuck you
apparently
video.
from an album called Everywhere
Which is
at the
not
End
good
of Time
either,
by The
because,
Caretaker, which is
Never mind,
apparently an artistic depiction
Well,
of
like,
dementia,
get
which is
fucking
apparently
video.
very popular in a number of circles. Something else. You know what? You guys can't even hear me at this
Open up
point.
your eyes
I'll
for
just set this
something
up
else.
instead.
There is only one correct answer to this question. So, which one is it? One of the below, the one right after
gonna
this
be
one,
dead.
none of the previous ones, or none of the above.
What is this
It's a logic
question?
puzzle.
God damn it, and I thought my logic puzzle days were
Everyone
over
watch the
after 7 Wonders of the Ancient World for PlayStation 2.
If only more than one answer could be right.
Why didn't you pick this?
The first 2 answers are immediately eliminated, because only one correct answer is
Yeah, I
allowed.
realized that was probably
And
the
the
right
last
one after
statement
I
would
chose
contradict the
the
third,
answer.
making the third statement correct.
You guys can't even
I
hear me at
don't
this
know
point.
what they
I'm
just
gonna
said,
have to
but
live
I'm
like
just
this
gonna
for the
say,
rest
wow,
of my life,
I should
aren't
have
I?
got that.
May the cold finger of social death caress
Oh,
me.
no.
Wow, none of you are
That's
smart.
so sad.
Yeah, this is the Junktopia server. Of course, none of us are smart.
Welcome
Shut
to
up.
the attack.
Shut.
Okay, if
Shut.
that's how you want it, here's the
Giant A
Just
button
look
on the
down
controller.
and check your
Everybody be
exclusive
quiet.
settings. Hey, wait, I should do that. Hey, what's this on my micro? What the actual hell? Was my mic quality slider being weighed down by this thick purple goop this whole time? Come on,
Ready?
I was having an existential crisis here.
I thought it was Bombcore.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
I know.
Oh, beat me too.
I think I got that one.
What?
Yes!
I'm just gonna lose money eventually.
Oh, who got
I'm just
that
gonna silly answer, fuck you. Oh wait,
one? Oh, quick one.
The Jackbox Party's doing it.
I gotta be back.
Oh yeah, the music doesn't loop, by the way.
Where's Quip Blast? The speaker's down.
What? The audience supposed to click the push 3? Oh, fuck, we missed it, I think.
Oh,
wait, no.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Well,
God,
I sure wonder what it is, guys. Definitely Trivia Murder Party 2, according to Insignia.
I am stupid. I don't play a lot of these Jackbox games. I don't understand what it's
Oh wait, Inky Inky could have actually won. Inky could have actually won.
But like, look at it.
Player 4's on top!
Negative
okay, so you weren't player 4, but it's not like you
16,000.
weren't
Yeah, now you have to send $8,700 to Nee's mailbox by Sunday, or else the IRS will come to your house and kill you.
Cool.
So what did we learn today, everybody?
No, we do not let it
We learned that
win.
no one can figure out a logic puzzle.
That's right. Hey guys.
No, wait, no, this has to end us off on a funny joke.
I
Give me a
realized
second.
the
I gotta.
answer after I had already answered.
What did we learn today?
Make sure that you make your
Make sure
you keep your mic high quality. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand what you're saying.
Trying to
Oh wait, my mic. Fuck.
Spencer
What do we-
Ham. Spencer Ham. Further additional character voices. Spencer Ham.
Whoa, it's almost like
No, it's-
someone that
oh,
works
no.
at Jackbox
go alone.
can do multiple things.
So what did we learn today, everyone? Insignia is capable of reading the credits. Thanks for watching. Actually, no thanks for watching. These nuts.
Dude, you just quit out as soon as the special credits came in.
Wait, what?
Well, time to play the game again.